What's going on, guys? Got a Madden 13 All-Pro Football comparison video. While this plays at speed, take a second to hit the like button, subscribe, and comment if you haven't already. And today we're going to talk again about pocket formations because it's something this game really struggles with, and to me this is a very good example of why. Yeah, just to show you the personnel we've got here, I've got 5 offensive linemen against 4 defensive linemen. And we're just going to go and look at the side of this and watch this develop. Because to me, this really shows a lot of the flaws with Madden. You know, you see there my halfback and tight end are kind of staying into block. And as Joe Flacco drops back, you can see right now, if you can look down the 20-yard line, not only could you basically connect the backs of my tackles if you drew a straight line, but all this interaction is happening in about a 2 to 3 yard window. And what happens is you don't actually have a pocket forming. You have a lot of individual battles occurring. And when you don't have a pocket forming where you have other players that can aid in containment of defensive tackles and ends, what essentially occurs is this. Once one player, like we see with Houston on this side, gets past his blocker, he gets a straight shot to the quarterback. There is no assistance. When we come over here, we take a look at Tommy Kelly. When he beats number 63 here, there is a dead shot he takes towards Joe Flacco. And you know what? Marshall Yanda does kind of a yeoman's effort to come back across, but it's not a situation where he should be running across like that. He really has no assignment because there's no double team blocking in this game. So what he's left to do is kind of run a hasty half circle at the last second to protect my quarterback. But, you know, this is impossible to feel in terms of gameplay when we talk about pressure being generated by a defensive line, because this isn't how pressure is generated by a defensive line. I can't see a player losing containment. I just see a player coming clean through a gap. So we're going to load up All-Pro Football. We're going to compare these two. I'm going to show you how little changes with Madden could really tighten up the line and make the gameplay a lot smoother and more realistic. Alright, back with All-Pro Football. Play this for you at speed to keep some continuity with my videos. And then we're going to go back and look at the pocket formation in this game. And to me, it really boils down to 2 key moments where Madden really needs to be able to sew things together in a game and make pockets form. Now, the first moment is going to be when you look at what happens with these running backs. And I just want you to notice that these running backs both stay into block and then go out and run a pattern exactly like we saw in Madden. But what I want to do is go ahead and zoom out, and we're going to bring Madden up, and we're going to take a look at basically when my quarterback is dropping back, where the halfbacks are. In Madden, you can see that they are already all the way up at the line of scrimmage, trying to aid in blocks there. When we bring back All-Pro Football, you can see that they're basically where I was when I took the snap and shotgun. And what this does is it helps create a pocket because you're being able to sense pressure. You can see this almost forms a circle protecting my quarterback. Your halfbacks need to stay in at the side of the quarterback, not go run up and try to chip block, because that's what leads to that one move, get past the offensive line, and go sack the quarterback that we see in that game. Now, the other problem that I have, we're going to go ahead and let this play run back to my quarterback gets to the end of his drop, and then we're going to go ahead and compare what we have right now, and then I'll show Madden. So right now, when you look at where Jim Harbaugh is standing, you can see that roughly 10 yards in front of him is where my center is. And my center and offensive guard are in a battle with a defensive tackle. Roughly 6 yards behind them is my tackle on the left side. And this type of depth in my pocket creates a realistic sensing of pressure to me as a quarterback. When we bring up Madden, you can see Joe Flacco is back roughly 5 yards behind his line. Not only are all the interactions occurring in a 4-yard window, but again, note the straight line that runs down the backs of the offensive line. When you have that, you really can't sense pressure. As we bring back All-Pro Football, what I mean by sensing pressure is this. You can watch the right side of this line collapse under pressure from the defensive end and tackle. And right now, I realize that I have to either throw or get rid of the ball. Either throw it away or get it to a receiver, because I can sense this pressure as I'm playing. And when we look at the interactions that occur here, you know, note, these aren't one move that beats an offensive lineman. You look here at Bob Lilly, Hall of Famer, getting double teamed because he's Bob Lilly in this game, and you can see he's struggling against 2 players. Although he's making progress, he's struggling. It's not the one rip through both guys and then take a clean shot at my quarterback like we saw with Madden. And when you have this type of interaction, you can sense pressure in the game. You look at King, tries to rip outside, gets forced, tries to do a swim move over, much more than just one move, and then a total collapse in my pocket. You look over here at number 91 against something I've harped on with Madden time and time again. You see my tackle stays in to block rather than goes out to block, makes contact with him, and then just to show the other side, same exact situation, tackle stays in, gets his man, and then just they have a physical battle. And like I said, to me, the most telling point in Madden is when the halfbacks run up to the line almost immediately, and when you have a pocket that basically is a straight line. If they could somehow allow the pocket in Madden to form like an actual pocket, you might be able to read pressure and have a better gameplay experience.